Adjunct Professor Moran, Microeconomics. Here we're finally going to take a review of monopoly and perfect competition. Here's the pure competitor, here's the monopoly. A monopoly firm will maximize profits at what price? Okay, we have to remember that marginal revenue equals marginal cost for a pure competitor. The identity that exists for for monopolists. For a pure competitor, we have to remember that the identity, demand equals marginal revenue equals price, setting all that equal marginal cost, is broken. Because here, for a pure competitor, price equals marginal revenue. The price does come from the market, where demand is a negative relationship. But for a monopolist, the demand actually sees the negative relationship between price and quantity. And to sell more, he's got to discount his price, not just on the next one he sells, but all prior ones, resulting in a discrepancy or a difference between demand and marginal revenue, or demand equals price. So at any price, marginal revenue will be less. As he gets additional revenue from selling another unit, he has to subtract out the discount he has to take on all prior units to make those prices equal with the current price. So what price will monopolist maximize at? Marginal revenue equals marginal cost. So we have to find marginal revenue equal to marginal cost. That happens here, but this isn't the price line. Nothing happens at point C. Disregard that. Go up to the demand equals price line, and that will be A sub 0. Economic profits for the monopoly firm are represented by the area of what rectangle? Profits are the difference between cost and revenue. So revenue is OAJB, costs are OBH, where at this quantity average total cost is equal, and you go over to B. So ABHJ is profits. AGBH. These are the economic profits of the firm. Total cost of the monopolist. Okay. Well, at this quantity, where the marginal revenue is marginal cost, price here, along this line, here's the intersection of average total cost. So the area of this, which will give you the total cost, is OBHE. Total revenue is OAJE. This is the price per unit on this many units. That's your total revenue. So total revenue minus total cost equals total profits. The competitor will maximize profits at what output level? Okay, the perfect competitor now. Now we're shifting to this graph. Marginal revenue equals marginal cost, which also equals price for the pure competitor, because they have a perfectly elastic demand curve, not a negative demand curve. It happens at this point. Price equals here, and they are looking at OC quantity, output level. The perfect competitor will shut down below what price? Okay, our decision criteria for all competitors are profit max equals average variable cost equals average total cost less than average total cost less than price. All that's going to happen is price moves like this. This will be loss min and shut down. If average total cost is greater than price, but price is greater than average variable cost, the firm will remain open and incur a profit on its variable costs. As a result, its loss will be less than its fixed cost. But if price is also less than average variable cost, then it'll lose money on any variable cost it lets into the factory, and its loss will be greater than its fixed cost, so it should shut down. So the firm will shut down where its price is less than average variable cost. For a perfect competitor, that happens at this point. If price is here, they'll profit maximize, comparing it to average total cost. Price is greater than average total cost. If price is someplace between here and here, then they are loss minimizing, here and here, because price will be less than average total cost but greater than average variable. But if price falls to less than here along the marginal cost curve, it won't be shutting down. And again, price has to always be equal to marginal cost, so it's moving like this. So here's profit maximizing, here's loss minimizing. Anything less than R is shutting down. Profit max, loss, profit max, price greater than average total cost. Loss minimizing, price equal to marginal cost less than average total cost but greater than average variable cost. Loss minimizing. Price equal to marginal cost down here, price is less than average variable cost, shutting down. At price OG, the area of the rectangle that represents total revenue would be OGKC. Price times quantity, total revenue. At output OC, total variable cost would be, well, at OC, go up until the average variable cost. It would be this much per unit on this many units, so it's OFJC. Oh. What are they asking for here? Total variable cost. Oh, total variable cost. Here to here, the variable cost, it would be OEHC. At price OG, perfect competitor, at price OG, profits are the difference between price equals marginal cost, that'll be the price, quantity will be C. Profits are the price in excess of average variable cost, average total cost. It would be GKJF. This rectangle profits, this rectangle costs, this rectangle total revenue. FGKJ. FGKJ. At what price output relationship will a perfect competitor operate in the long run? This price will move up and down. If the firm is making an economic profit, price greater than average total cost, then more firms will enter the industry, and this price will drop as supply moves to the right and price falls in the market. And that will continue until price equals average total cost minimum. Remember, both average total and average variable cross the marginal cost curve at its minimum. At this point, there is no economic profit and no economic loss. There is no reason for the industry to change the number of firms. M. For the monopolist, what is the area of consumer surplus? Consumer surplus is the area above price. Marginal cost equals marginal revenue, price. Here, these higher values don't have to pay the equilibrium price. They can pay the price of A. So it would be ARJ. An interesting question would be, what would happen if the monopolist were in fact a pure competitor? Well, these graphs are completely separate, but economics textbooks like to ask this question. Pure competitors will produce where marginal revenue equals marginal cost, and that all equals price. Price is for a pure competitor, these are all equal, but for a monopolist, there is a disequality here. So its price equals marginal cost for a pure competitor, which is over here. Marginal revenue equals marginal cost. Here goes up to this price point. Notice that a pure competitor would charge a lower price and produce at a greater quantity compared to a monopolist, which is coming from that point. Marginal revenue, price equals marginal cost, pure competitor. Lower price, greater quantity. A pure competitor results in both allocative efficiency, which is price equals marginal cost, and allocative efficiency, price equals average total cost min.